Okay, let's be real here. When I saw on Twitter that they have announced the cast of Scream 3 on MTV and I read who was in the cast, I was like, you're kidding me, right? Like, this is a joke. Like, what's going on here? Now, if you're a big fan of the Scream movie franchise like I am, I immediately started thinking they were going the route of Scary Movie. And Scary Movie, if you haven't seen that franchise, basically mocked movies like Scream. And I'm like, are they making this a comedy? But after reading more about it, I read that they're actually taking this seriously. And this is the plan for season 3. Okay, so I really love the first 2 seasons of MTV Scream. I covered the second season on my channel, half of the first season, I think, possibly. I've done a lot of videos about the fact that the entire cast was let go. I was very upset with that news. And I didn't really think it would get worse than the fact that the cast was let go, the cast that I loved, that a lot of you guys loved. But then when I heard who was in the third cast, I was like, or the third season, I was like, okay, they went there. They made it worse. Let me stop for a second and say that I don't want to shade any of the actors or any of the people involved in this new season because it's not their fault. They need a paycheck, they need a job. Okay, so the frontrunners of the show are rapper Tyga and then CJ Wallace. We'll start with CJ Wallace. He is the son of Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G. Now, I am a fan of his father, and I don't know anything really about his son. I've never seen him act. I'm not sure if he's acted before. So I can't judge him on that because I don't know if he would be good or not. Tyga, yes, I'm familiar with his music. Hello, Rack City. That's what I think of when I hear his name. And I also think of all of the Snapchats that I watched featuring him on Kylie's channel when they were a thing. So as far as can he act, some people have told me that they've seen him and he's okay. I don't know. So I can't judge him either. But I am just surprised by how different, you know, they want to make it. And I've just read a little bit about what's going to take place, and I'll tell you this now from this article that was in, or is this from Variety? So basically, it doesn't sound like they're going to try to connect anything from the past 2 seasons, and they're also moving everything to New Orleans, from New Orleans to Atlanta, so they're filming there. And the premise of this new season starves around Dion Elliott, a local star running back whose tragic past comes back to haunt him at the worst time, threatening his hard-earned plans for the future and the lives of his unlikely group of friends. So I'm reading that thinking, yes, they're taking this seriously. It's not a mockumentary of the Scream franchise. It's going to be another horror show, but like totally different. And by reading this, you know, explanation of what's supposed to happen in season 3, it seems like they're not paying any homage anymore to the Scream franchise. And that's where I have an issue because I think that the first 2 seasons of Scream did such a great job protecting the legacy of the Scream movies. And as you know, if you're a huge horror movie fan, we lost Wes Craven, who is behind those movies, behind this show, I think, for the first 2 seasons, not that long ago. And I just feel like he wouldn't be cool with them diverting so far away from the movies and being just totally different, regardless of who they cast in this show. So, you know, the ratings were low for the first 2 seasons, but a lot of that had to do with MTV's scheduling of the show, their lack of promotion for the show. The second season, they had it in one time slot, then they moved it to another, and I think the first time slot was like super late, like 11 p.m. on weeknights when people had school the next day, or for some people had school. You know, I would think a lot of their target audience would have school. So it just, I'm just lost here with all of this. And I just honestly 100% feel like this is it for them. If this comes together, if they do this 3rd season, we will not see this show again because I just have a feeling it's not going to make it. But I wanted to share my thoughts with you, and I know there has been so much outrage on Twitter and on Facebook about, first of all, them getting rid of the cast, getting rid of the storyline, not resolving the Brandon James storyline, but now bringing in a totally different cast and really departing from what it seems to me is the essence of the Scream franchise. But I also wanted to say that I'm going to try and check it out because I'm a huge Scream fan, so why wouldn't I check it out, you know? And at the same time, I am not going to judge these people who have been cast because I don't know much about them as far as acting. to say they will suck, because I've seen a lot of people be like, oh my god, they're gonna suck. And maybe they will, I don't know. But I personally loved the previous cast and I didn't see any need for changing it. And I feel like if they wanted to be more diverse, which I think, yes, they needed that in the show, that it would have been cool to add Tyga, to add CJ as, you know, if they wanted to make them regulars, like add them into the mix, keep who we had. We need new people always in Scream movies or Scream shows because they kill off main people. So it only would make sense to, let's diversify this cast, let's put new people in and get rid of some others, you know. That's kind of just the way horror movies work, horror shows work, because you're killing people off, but then you have to add people. And if they were looking to get a different demographic and to draw new viewers in, why not add some of these cast members with the old cast, you know, instead of axing everyone and just starting over with a brand new slate, brand new storyline, brand new location. I really don't know what they're thinking. I think they're like panicking and trying to do something so totally different, and I think it's going to bomb, if you want me to be honest. But I want to know what you think about all of the changes involving the show. Will you be watching, etc., etc.? I'm very, very excited to read your comments. You can be completely honest with me. And you know, I've heard from some people who said they're cool with it. I've read some comments on the Facebook page of Scream, and some, you know, very few, but some people are looking forward to it. So I don't think everyone hates it, but my main concern is that it does not seem to stick true to the Scream franchise, and I think that the previous 2 seasons really did that, and I think they really honored the franchise well. And I think for those of you who grew up on this movie franchise, who watched it as a kid, or even went back and watched it, you know, even when it wasn't, you know, like, you know what I'm trying to say, like, if you've watched the movie franchise, if you're a huge fan of it, then you understand about protecting this franchise and honoring it and not throwing it down the drain by doing something so stupid and so far away from it that it does not fit with the franchise. So, but I will be testing out this show. It doesn't come out until the spring of 2018. So I will start doing videos on it. Now, I can't promise I'll stick with it, because here on my channel, if I don't like a show, if I hate it, if it's a chore to watch it, I'll dump it. But I'm going to check it out because I love Scream. And so if you're a Scream fan and you haven't subscribed to me, I would appreciate it if you enjoyed this video with my honest thoughts. Thumbs it up, and I hope you guys are having a great day. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.